Hello everyone, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns for today's Ocarina of Time Randomizer Weekly, EU Weekly, actually. Today I'm joined by Estancia and Ponsari on commentary, and today's trackers will be Baseball, Making Merry, and Shy. So I let them handle everything.
Hello everyone. Apparently the second the intro was about to start, something fell in my room, so I'm gonna be laughing for a little bit. The universe decided to play a prank on me. This
That's
is my
fine.
second...
I can totally handle this.
Yeah, no. This is my second weekly in a row. Let's hope it's less chaotic than last week's. Because man, that was a journey. That was a trip.
I mean, okay, so the NA Weekly yesterday, the North American Weekly, I saw Kuiper basically kind of god rooting the first 45 minutes, and it was hilarious because it was just, would you like some more memes? They just found one thing after another, and it was ridiculous. I've no idea how much more ridiculous it got after about an hour, but apparently it was amazing.
I want something either really straightforward or really memey from the start. I don't want many journeys, going from thinking this is a jet to the worst seat possible to then finding the item immediately in the second the casino starts. I want some peace and quiet. It's been a long week, but yeah. This is a really high level of competition that we're getting to see this week. I mean, Fabio, Sponge, also now these are some serious contenders for winning a season.
Oh, nice. Yes. Like, we have a lot of good racers around. I'm not sure how many are in the race total, but yeah, this is going to be good, especially if it's as silly as last night got. Because I point out, you can have a seed that's nice and mean at the same time.
Yeah, if you didn't watch last week's EU Weekly, I'm kind of want to spoil it because I'm sorry, Star.
I know a lot of the stuff that happened because Wings, who is in chat, has been watching through it, and so when I've been watching their streams, they've been going, "You will not believe what happened."
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I was there. Thankfully, Star was the one whose hand pressed roll seed, so I only got some of the splash. Most of the enemies were made by Star herself because
it's a star seed.
Yes, of course. So hopefully it will be less of a stinker this week.
That is a nice theory.
Well, we have a medallion to start. We start as child with Ponas. I mean,
yep.
That's fine.
I mean, if you want to go to Gerudo Training Grounds with nothing, that is a thing that you can do. That is a choice that you can make.
At least there was, even if we never get some of the more important warp songs, Epona is kind of like, if you're only getting one song, Epona is a good one. But hopefully, since we start as child, we'll get a few other songs that are faster, getting us wherever we want to go, and maybe we'll spawn in an interesting place. We never know.
Yep. Either way, this is going to be good.
I'm always hoping for Frogs 2, but I think Frogs 2 seeds in the main tournaments already, plus
yesterday.
Last week also had technically a Frogs 2, even though it was only logically required, not definitely required.
I mean, as far as I understand it, NA Weekly yesterday was definitely hard required Frogs.
Again?
Yeah.
I don't think there can never be such thing as too much frogs too. But maybe we can lay low for a seed.
I mean, just look at chat. Just look at chat.
I mean, fair enough. I'm also a big fan of the 5 froggish tenors, whatever they're called, the fabulous 5 froggish tenors.
Oh no, the actual name of them in game? Oh god, I've not played Majora's Mask enough to remember.
No, they say it in Ocarina when you win the minigame. It's it seems we're gonna start the mask quest since we're starting right there.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, they're called the Fabulous 5 Froggish Tenors. They tell you after you've completed the minigame, I think.
Okay. That is quite cool. But also, we have some hints. So that looked like Jabu Jabu Baron. But also something was on the path to Baronate?
I didn't see it, honestly. I was paying attention to other stuff.
Skull Mask. Oh, Dodongo's Cavern to Baronade. Yeah, that's it.
Don't you choose on Skull Mask? I mean, you definitely do Skull Mask early. With this pawn, definitely.
I mean, yeah, having choose is never a bad thing.
Having 20 of them is fantastic. As your first letter? Come on.
Absolutely.
And you're right there in Lost Woods. Choose are really useful in Lost Woods. There's 2-3 checks that you can get depending on your routing. And you can probably do most of Child Goron City. I'm a fan of doing Skull Mask even if it's not hard required. This is it.
Yeah. If nothing else, it's got a fairly good reward this time, and at some point you're going to want to have practiced it to learn how to do it.
Yeah, Sponge immediately went to Kakariko, gave the mask to the guard, and his safe quit so that he can get his skull mask immediately.
Yep. Okay, otherwise
are going to London Ranch to get the song first, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're not too far behind in terms of getting the chew back as soon as possible.
I am fairly sure that it was a Skull Mask hint, but I didn't see what the prize was. Other people are saying a 20-pack of chews on Skull Mask. And the fourth hint was Ocarina of Time being Sare's song.
Which is a bit scary, but also not the worst. Sare's song is not the most useful song.
Oh, hello. That's a strength. That is first strength on Child Shooting Gallery.
It's a start. It's not an item that gets you a lot of stuff by itself, but it's definitely one that you'd like to get sooner rather than later.
It does mean that you can logically get into Dodongo's Cavern. And Dodongo's Cavern is on the path to Baronade.
True. In terms of logic and info, it's very good. That's also true. But we have a 22 pack, so it doesn't do anything immediately for us until we get like a hook shot or something.
Or, if we get another strength like the one in the back of Lon Ranch.
Definitely.
So, 2 strengths already. I know that there was a seed where we had like strength 3 ridiculously early.
I vote for Goron City left of Maze for the Golden Gauntlet.
That's a good point. It's very easy to forget that Strength 2 gives you the hammer chest in Goron City Maze.
I think by itself is the only check that opens up from Strength 2, but it's sent to.
Yeah,
you need a hookshot or access to the desert areas for anything else that requires Strength 2.
But we do have that. We do have access to Gerudo Training Grounds with the Epona song. And if
we don't have access to the back rooms because we need the hookshot.
We don't have logical access. Honestly, I find hookshotless room in Gerudo Training Grounds to actually be easier than doing it with a single hookshot because I can never get the range right to get that last rupee.
True, but, well, yeah. That's the only one you really need to do to check the block room. I'm not sure how good of a play that is. That feels a bit too out of the way to collect just.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
4
go
to
there
6
this
checks.
early.
But yeah, it's a possibility. It's something to keep in mind. Bolero is good movement for adultlings, especially.
Okay, so we know that Lon Lon Ranch is on the path to Volvagia. What was on Chickens?
Nothing. I think it's just the strength.
And also the Bolero of Fire. So it could be that Bolero is actually our access to Fire Temple, and that somehow that locks hookshot or hovers.
Or no, hookshot and hovers, both definitely. If Bolero is path, it has to lock both.
I mean, it could still be that strength that blocks it.
I mean, if Bolero is path, it has to lock both hookshot and hovers. Otherwise, strength is the path.
Yeah, basically. I wonder what strength... Well, I guess strength could lock anything behind strength.
Strength locks like half the seed. Not by itself, but yeah, that there's so many checks that are locked behind strength in one way or another. The thing is, there's another sphere 0 of strength, so it has to be locked by strength 2, whatever it is. And that means GTG, that means Spirit Temple, that means left side of Maze, potentially.
I mean, there could also be like Hammer in outside Ganon's Castle Ferry if we're going for the mean.
Very true, very true.
Like, we could just be mean.
I mean, we're 6 minutes in. Let's chill. Let's give these runners a bit of room to breathe before they hate us forever.
I mean, I'm not the one that rolled the seed.
Oh, me neither. So I guess, yeah, why not? Hammer on OGC Ferry. Jabu Jabu is still foolish.
Yep, that's the second time we've seen that hint. I like the fact that Fabio is actually going for this skull on the way past. That's kind of interesting.
And I love the setup to keep his Deco stick intact.
Yep. So, Pepperoni, you just came in and asked, did I miss any spicy early stuff? I mean, well, So, we have strength 2 already, and it's 6 minutes in. And we also have strength 2, or Bolero of Fire being a path hint to Volvagia. Like, you wanted spicy, and anything with Fire Temple involved is going to be fiery.
Kokiri Storms was a dupe of the Jabu Foolish Alkaline. I missed every hint.
That was so fast.
How did you read that?
I saw that it was a skulls hint.
Okay, 30 dead. Come on, see up. One of each. Give us a good Skull Kid minigame.
Oh no, they're just teaching them some basic music theory.
It's a pleasant tune, but I like patterns. I'm that kind of person.
I mean, my favourite Ocarina minigames are definitely... This is definitely an original song, do not steal. In other words, they're copying one of the other songs that already exists.
Fair enough. We had during the main tournament, we had one of the races had literally Saria's song play.
Nice.
The first 5 notes of Saria's song play in the Ocarina game, which is, I mean, amazing.
Original song, do not steal.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, that looks like that Skull's hint was a 30 skull hint, and that it is dead. We do not care, it has nothing useful on it.
We're about to get new song. Let's see how useful it's gonna be.
Did anyone else actually pick up the skull mask, or was it just Sponge?
So AD for Saria is just for 2 checks, because we have access to Forest Temple without it. 50's dead.
Yep. So the only hopeful dungeons today is something on Dancing Darunia or Skull Kid. But I do like that French vanilla
There's
minuet.
no way that happens. Just like there was no way last week's that we had something in the Samsung Grave, right?
Yep.
Garden City Path to Phantom Ganon, and the other one was Samsung in the Composer's Grave, I think. That's good info.
Yeah, in which case, Sunsong at Composer's Grave, that's... Oh no, Sunsong in Ice. That's less vanilla.
Sounds nice. Okay.
Also, so if Goron City is on the path to Phantom Ganon, do you reckon Hookshot in the left side maze chest? Because that would fulfill both paths. Actually, no, it wouldn't.
Not necessarily, but I don't know, maybe?
I mean, it would give us a hookshot to get across the gap, but we already have Bolero of Fire for that. Is there any way you need a hookshot in Fire Temple?
Yeah, for Pierre.
Yes, that might be it.
Asuna barely missing that Red Ruby has to repeat the child shooting gallery.
Yeah, there's a reason that when I play Seeds, I turn off the aiming mini-games.
You do, come on. How do you get better if you don't practice?
By fixing my controller settings, and I don't know how to fix the controller settings.
Okay, that's fair enough. If you're playing on emulator.
Yeah, I don't know what in my controller settings makes it basically impossible to do it, but it does.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, that's a really early Skull Mask done, but it makes sense. 20 explosives. It's totally worth finishing the quest.
Yep. And if you can just full clear Lost Woods your first time here, why not?
Full clear, assuming AD is not a thing.
A full clear apart from Skull Kid, yes.
I'm that kind of player. That's gonna be in the back of my head the entire time. But maybe AD. What if Saria's looking something?
Usually I am that kind of player, which is why I'm finding it slightly surprising that I'm not that concerned about it right now.
Yeah, I learned the lesson last week. Never trust anyone or anything. If something can go bad, it will go bad. I'm scarred for life.
Yeah, that happens after you play enough Randomizer Seeds, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, Adegorio gets it.
My worst rando experience ever is I was testing out shuffling Ocarina, Close Door of Time, and I had to get 50 skulls to get my first Ocarina as child.
No!
In order to enter the Temple of Time. I'm never playing with those settings ever again.
Surely at that point it's just faster to do all dungeons to get your first Ocarina on the Ocarina of Time check.
No, both Ocarinas were shuffled.
Oh, yeah. Bleh. Sorry, brain fart there on my part.
Okay, this is Path to Varinate. That's the hint that we didn't see. Okay, well, this is a good place to go. It's really dense. We have 20 choose. Hopefully, most of the runners will go get them. So even if it's out of logic. But then again, it's Path to Varinate. It's probably going to be just a letter, a boomerang, maybe a scale. So nothing mind-blowing. We're not in a rush to go there for that specific item. Is there
Also,
a hot piece in the wall? I didn't see.
Water Shadow and Spirit Stones. I like those all being stones, but I am scared if it actually ends up being that we need them. I can definitely see us needing to go to there just for items. There are so many checks in those dungeons.
We only have to do the first 5 dungeons in the game. That's possibly as good as it gets.
Yeah.
In terms of dungeon layout.
Don't even need Longshot.
I'll take Spirit over Jabu, to be honest. But a Spirit or maybe Water Temple over Jabu. But Jabu's foolish. You can do it at the end. It's no big deal.
Yep, you can just zoom.
Okay, for now we can keep going deeper into Fire Temple. There was a key in the near boss chest.
We are safe from frogs too.
We are.
Piece of Heart. It's in the Lost Woods Grotto next to Goron City.
That's fair. And Sponge is trying to find what the GC path item is.
I mean, I know I would.
You're here, you have to choose. It's relatively fast to full clear this area.
Yep, and yes, Virgil, you did say second strength in Lon Lon Ranch. The first strength is in Child Fishing Gallery. Also, was that Kakiri's sword on Child Fishing or Adult Fishing? Adult Fishing.
I think I saw someone get a bluebee from fishing, so maybe child fishing is a bluebee and adult fishing is that Kokiri sword.
But yep, Adult Fishing is definitely Kakiri's sword.
And definitely required.
Because are we still on like season 5 settings for the weeklies at the moment?
I mean, yeah, no.
Oh, hi. That's 2 big chests in the maze.
And we don't have to do Goron pottery. I didn't like that scale, but I like that wallet even less. I prefer the scale to the path.
Yeah, I still want to come back here as adult and get that other chest because those 2 chests. Actually, no, they are locked by Strength 2. If Strength 2 locks bombs, then that is your logical access to that scale, and I hate it.
Ganon City path to Phantom Ganon, a scale or a wallet, or whatever Daronia gives us. Like I said, in the back of my head constantly.
Oh, River Foolish. Does Sponge know that? Because Sponge just went there.
Well, where was that hint?
Oh, Hyrule Castle Foolish. Don't need to worry about the fairy either.
I mean, it's simple. Maybe not the hint they were hoping for, but it's simple.
Like, it tells us about one check. At least Sora's River is like quick to check, and we've already had a Frogs 2 hint saying that Frogs 2 is a piece of heart.
Other than Sponge, who's too cool for school, everyone else is very synced up. They're all doing basically the same route as of recently.
I mean, when you wait, they were all adult a moment ago. How come they're suddenly all child again?
And in the Kokiri Forest.
Oh,
I mean, they just got the access to the Deku Tree, so
yeah, they just went straight off to the Deku Tree, didn't they?
But none of them seem to have shoes.
No, it was only Sponge that picked up the skull mask for the shoes. But yeah, I will admit I'm mostly watching Sponge, and then I look at the other 3, they're all doing the same thing, and I'm like, wait, how come they're suddenly all child again?
A repeat of the skull mask.
Yeah, the other skull mask hint is at the Temple of Time. They've all seen it.
Now it's gonna be easy to read hints because we have 3 chances. Lake Hylia path to Kindodongo, so there's probably bombs in the Deku Tree.
Yes, there is that Kakiri sword, which is probably the route. On the other hand, could be Adult Lake.
We've seen most of lake, and it's rare for bombs to be far into the sea. It's not.
I mean, we've
It's
not
not,
seen top of lab or diving game. Well, no, sorry, lab dive.
Yeah, but between those two checks that require a bunch of other items to be in logic and the entirety of Deku Tree, my money is on Deku Tree.
I mean, that's a fair bet. I'm still suspicious of the hookshot lot stuff. I mean, they only need a hookshot. I mean, I guess they need iron. Okay, technically they need 2 scales to be in logic, so either way they're 1 item away.
That's also true.
Oh god, can you imagine if it's like scale is required for 2 scales to get something in lab dive?
Oh, and that's a path from Golden City.
That would be so mean.
That's rude. That's ugly. For now, so far, Deku Tree has a bunch of nothing.
Yeah, and we are on chest size matches contents, aren't we?
Sponge has decided that he's cool with half a heart. He doesn't need to heal it. He's been walking around with half a heart for the past 10 minutes or something. Whatever.
But also, oh Sponge, I kind of want him to get punished for walking around with that little health.
Doesn't know how to mess with some setups. Like, if you roll around, there's a chance to go to either side or something. I think. Well, we have a shirt. That's not path to Kingdom, let's hope. Well, if it is, it should lead us to directly to the greater. So,
I mean, yeah. Also, if anyone wanted an excellent example of how to combine the torch run with the diving minigame, Sponge just did so. Very neatly done.
yeah, there's been a couple of new strats that have come out that have become popular this season with doing the storage on top of the waterfall, then starting the minigame, walking back a few steps, and then jumping from the waterfall. Things like that. There's a couple of new strats, but in the end, I think that the all unreliable just do the torch on your way down route is the one that withstood the test of time, I think.
Was that an empty bottle that they just picked up?
I'm not sure what it had. It was a bottle, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was a bottle on the...
Just empty. Cool.
Yeah, just empty. So not Ruto's letter. Otherwise, that would very much change the logic, but no.
Honestly, good enough to rush ice.
Yeah, let's hope it's not for bugs. That would be mean.
I mean, we have already 50 dead. We have 30 dead.
Yeah, it's more likely to be Deku.
Well, you say that, but we haven't found anything in Deku. And
can always be on Goma.
We'll see.
A bottle can be a big Po, but it's not counted as... Is it counted as being in logic? I don't think so.
A big bow can't be removed without giving it to the bow merchant, so yes, it counts as a logical big bow. As winning the big bow minigame if you find a big bow in the wild.
Yeah, however, it wasn't a big Po bottle, it was just empty. Yep, so we'd need a bow in order to have that be accessible. But no, that's only a shirt in Deku. So it's looking...
It's a bottle or a shirt. that path so far.
Yeah, because Kokiri hasn't given us anything apart from that shirt, so... the wallet in Goron City is not bomb-locked, it is Strength 2 locked. Which we have.
Yes. Everything in the maze can be obtained with just the silver gauntlets.
I know it's so weird to have Strength 2 being the access for that. That's so dumb.
It's so early. It shouldn't work this way, but that's Randall.
Sponge, you... What? Sponge is planting the bean in the crater.
Probably just for movement. We have Bolero. It's pretty fast.
No, but hang on. Maybe Sponge is going, okay, if Bolero is the path hint, maybe there's something on Volcano.
I'm pretty sure it's just to move faster throughout the greater area, because Bolero is your only good warp zone, the only available warp zone so far, and so you're going to be playing it a lot. You save a bit of time every time. You don't have hookshot or hovers to cross out of the central the area near the fire temple, so it's just fast movements as adults.
Yeah. I would kind of be expecting hookshot to be into Dongo's cavern.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Mostly just for that...
Have we seen Rufio yet? We've seen so much of the seed. I don't think we've seen many of these early... No, we definitely haven't seen Rufio! So that's a new item.
Yeah, so let's just give the arrows to defeat evil. Just stick him with the guy on the roof.
This is definitely a depth first search instead of a breadth first search. Instead of dipping your toes in every area a little bit, we've gone ham on the Lake Hylia into Kokiri Forest and Lost Woods and Deku Tree, and we spent 25 minutes on that route alone, and we haven't even visited Kakariko. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, Requiem on Windmill. That's a nice song to pick up.
That's the start of hopefully a song chain.
I mean, it would be nice. And it gives them somewhere to go after they do Kakariko.
Very true. Although if the Requiem leads directly or eventually to Zelda's Lullaby, you kind of wish you had that when you were here in the graveyard.
Yeah. Oh, Shoot the Sun. It could be on Shoot the Sun.
That is also true. There's another check that we haven't gotten yet.
It seems unlikely, though, given that...
Whatever it is, it's already ugly. It's either a shirt, a bottle, or something that's hookshot locked, two-scale locked, or longshot locked. Either way, it's kind of terrible.
Either way, I think we need to see... Dodongo's cavern before we know what the hell is going on. Also, hi, Slingshot.
That's not available. That's out of logic, so we don't have logical access to the code tree.
No,
yet.
It is in logic though, because of the bean.
But you need an explosive to open the
oh
boulder.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's not in logic. It was a nice thought.
Boris calls is dead, so we're not going to be collecting many of those.
But that is a good point.
Oh no! Volvagia finally defeated Sponge.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that slingshot is technically might still be required for Goma. It could be that the Goma path is talking about.
Lake path to Goma. Maybe lake is so that you go to the Deku tree, so you collect the shirt. So that no, but the shirt cannot be path because we already have 200 rupees, and that's available without anything that
yes.
we got in the lake. So the shirt cannot be path. It's just bottle or some other check that we haven't done yet in Lake Hylia.
Okay, good. Just, going through the options.
We're untangling this another the time. It's eventually gonna come undone. We'll make sense of this eventually. Sponge just died, and he said, "You know what? I'm over a heart. This can't stand. I need to take some damage right now." So he's grabbing bombs just to collect the hit. Even it's super slow, but he can't stand being over 1 heart of health.
Okay, so if there is just like a bomb bag in the lab dive or on top of the lab, then that makes it a lot clearer. If it's the beans for something, that would be hilarious.
We have scale. Where was the scale?
The scale was in Goron
Yeah, scale is
City.
available. Yeah, so we have pins available. So yeah, top of lab is available. We did already adult fishing, so top of lab is something we already got, right?
No, because we didn't have a hook shot. The reason we got adult fishing was because that's where the adult spawn is.
Oh, okay. So we didn't plant a bean. I missed that the adult spawn was there.
Sponge, I believe, has planted a bean, because Sponge is the only one who can.
Yeah, he was the only one who went out of his way and stayed child for longer. He didn't do the Deku area. He did the...
Fabio's showing us the side chest. Oh wow, the Goron maze had 3 big chests in it.
And it's...
Doesn't help.
Okay, well... the worst part is it might help, actually.
I mean, it might help.
That's the worst part.
Apart from the fact we don't have magic.
Well, eventually.
Just like, hello, what would you like your bullshit path hint to be? Would you like it lens? Would you like it scale? Would you like it wallet? Like, what? Also, apparently, this is Alkaline Ace's first seed that they've rolled for ZeldaSpeedRuns.
Alkaline, it's only downhill from here, man. This is a banger.
Like, we're starting off strong here. Also, what was that hint? I saw V-Dead's guard something.
Yes, someone dipped fire. I don't think we got very far into it. The near boss chest is a small key, but I don't think... I don't remember what the big room had.
Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. How does any of that go to Phantom Ganon? I'm guessing the hook shot is behind something. I'm guessing the hook shot or the bow has to be behind something.
I mean, it's kind of like a whole bunch of junk. Something has to lock one check isolated somewhere in the world, and that's somehow leads to hookshot or the first and only available bow or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, it could just be that there's a bomb bag eating all of the paths, but also... Okay, it's just nuts on the arch, so we don't need seeds for that. Also, that was Deku Seeds being the final chest of Gerudo Training Grounds.
I think that the hint... I kind of hate it because it's peekable. So it made sense before chest size matches content, but now I think we should change that hint to something more useful. There's like 7 chests in the maze of GG.
Oh, wait.
They're all peekable.
Someone said ice final chest dead? Oh, or was Lens just hinted? Which hint did you just see?
Apparently, yeah. If Lens was hinted directly, that means that it cannot be the path. Yes. Well, well, one thing less to check.
Okay, we're back to the scale or wallet problem.
Jimbo's about to get a heart attack. 3 big chests in the back of the maze.
No, the Lens being in Goron City, the thing with hints in Ocarina of Time Rando is that you can't have 2 hints pointing to
the same item. Yes.
the same item, yeah. Alright, yeah, of course you know that. You literally rolled the seed, of course you know that. That was not a question from a newbie, I'm so sorry. Honestly, I don't blame Jimbo just hitting that rock with his sword on guessing that Lens.
I disagree, Adagorio. I don't think many runners will tell you that an always hint for the toilet is not useful.
Sponge's horse is an obstinate as him.
Sponge doesn't have enough with living on half a heart. He also has to jump every fence with the minimum build-up for speed.
Okay, let's see what's on the lab.
Yay.
Also, they go... Wait, that's Mirror Shield. That's Mirror Shield in Dodongo's cavern. What?
I mean... Not what we expected, definitely, but...
Wait, hang on. Didn't we have a
There's
Dodongo's
another
cavern?
big chest. Let's wait and see. No, come on, no! There's a bomb bag on top of the lab. That makes sense. And the
Rang into Dodongo's cavern.
Okay, DC was path to Varinid, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so thank goodness Dodongo's cavern to Baronade is sensible.
Very straightforward, very simple. But yeah, Sponge is about to collect his logical bomb bag with the scale that was in Goron City, giving him access to buy some beans, to plant them here and collect the bomb bag. I think that solves.
Yeah, that solves it.
Of the logic.
Yep, that solves it. That is hilarious, and it's for beans. Also, Sponge is going to do this, and then they're going to do their adult spawn, and then they are going to regret or laugh, and I don't know which.
Anything else in Dodongo's cavern? Oh, Fabio left before doing King Dodongo, I'm assuming?
Well, because they don't have any explosives. Like, 3 of our runners on the restream have no chews and no bomb bag, and Sponge has both.
Oh, Fabio doesn't have the choose. Everyone else has the choose by now, I think.
I do not see choose on anyone's tracker apart from
Jimbo has choose. I'm pretty sure I've seen... Okay, so it's just Sponge and Jimbo?
Alsuna is getting bomb choose just now.
Okay. Is Fabio skipping choose entirely? I mean, if he plants the bean here now, which is like a double trip to Lake Hylia, because he has to buy the beans first, then he'll get his intended bomb back, but that seems like very inefficient.
Yeah, there are ways to make it more efficient. I mean, it could be that Jimbo just goes for bomb chewing King Dodongo.
You have strength. You can just use the bomb flowers.
Oh yeah, of course we have strength. Yeah.
You need the chew to get into the arena itself, but once there, just chuck in some bomb flowers. Easier and more efficient use of your resources.
Yes, all 6 medallions are required for Rainbow Bridge.
We have all. Oh, do we have all of our hints? I think we do. I mean, nice.
But yeah, Mirror Shield is scary in Dodongo's cavern, but just keep going. You'll find a boomerang and then you just breathe a sigh of relief.
Volvagia is probably that strength 2 that leads to the scale, that leads to the bombs. Those bombs almost definitely lock the hammer. And probably
yes.
even Fire Temple itself, because maybe the big room has a key, or the boss key in the bomb room.
I think I'm with Alkaline Ace on this. I think it's hook or bow that it has to lead to for Phantom Ganon. Also, hello Zora Tunic.
So much fashion. So useless. Okay.
Bow! Bow on target in the woods!
Oh!
And Slingshot got us that bow.
Bombs got us the slingshot.
Yeah.
And that's locked behind the scale.
Yay! It's all bombs. It's all bombs all the way down.
It's one of those.
Okay, so the Phantom Ganon hint has now actually been fulfilled in a entirely bullshit way.
Yeah, so DC to Barinate Boomerang definitely fulfills the path. London Ranch to Volvagia. Probably.
And there we go. There's Hookshot in Dodongo's cavern, above King Dodongo.
Come on, Fabio, you were one check away.
Oh, that hurts, that hurts.
The walk of shame, going all the way to the boss area just to find the item you were looking for.
Yeah, Dodongo's is just loaded today. Like, it had Mirror Shield, it had Boomerang, it had Hookshot.
It's a good dungeon. It's the new Degutri.
But as Adegorio points out, good luck finding Naruto's lesser, mate.
Yeah, the thing with getting so many paths solved so quickly is that anything can be anywhere at this point, essentially. We're missing quite a few items, and well, I guess not that many, because we need letter, we need
hammer,
and that's it.
We probably want hovers.
I mean, we don't need hovers, but logically we do. So I guess since we don't have any more logical hints, who cares about hovers? Right? So we only need 2 items.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying is we want hovers just to make sure we can get to King Dodongo in logic, but we don't need them. It would just be nice.
That is true, but since what I'm saying is that since we've basically solved all of our paths, logic doesn't help us anymore. So now we don't really care about hovers as much as we did like 10 minutes ago. We just really need the hammer and the the hammer and the letter, but they can be basically anywhere.
Yeah, have we actually solved the Volvagia one? I think that's the question.
It's
like,
possible.
Sure, we have a bow and we have a bomb bag, but we don't know if they lock Fire Temple yet. Bomb bag was just sitting on top of the lab.
The thing is, anything that's locked by bombs, and that includes hookshot, is locked by strength 2, which is in Long Branch. So it's not literally everywhere, but we have to look basically everywhere to find our hammer if that strength 2 is our path.
Yep. Oh, Alsuna's getting beans. And just warping out as soon as they get beans. Oh, they are suspicious of Top of Lab. Yeah, but that's just straight up warping to Lake Hylia as soon as they get the beans.
There's not that many places where it couldn't be the hammer. I mean, there's chickens in Kakariko and maybe a few other isolated checks that are not locked by bombs in the game. With basic 10 and 20 skulls are probably dead. Well, not are probably not hammer. They might be the letter, but
I mean, I'd argue that the lake to Goma path is not nothing. I'd say that in fact the lake locks every single route to Goma. Like, it not only does it lock your Kokiri sword, but it also locks your slingshot.
I mean, we can always go for the hinted paths because there's a chance that we're misinterpreting the item that was hinted as path. So if we check more thoroughly, if we full clear, maybe we'll find another item that is also path. But we have an item in Kokiri Sword that already fulfills the path.
Yeah.
So the logic potentially helps. Perhaps it's the best bet to check on Lake Hylia. We don't have clear info that says, oh, it has to be locked behind this or that. Definitely not for the letter. Maybe some for the hammer, but I mean that this is a bomb bottleneck. This is one of those things that definitely requires you to get that scale for the bin, for the bomb bag, for everything to open up.
It's great. It's ridiculous. This is why you play Ocarina of Time, Rando.
One of my first commentary was in una seed very similar to this one, where I almost went crazy because I was putting things together and I was thinking the first chest in Fire Temple has to be a bomb bag because all the runners were using choose to skip the logical bomb bags, but I was going crazy. It has to be here. It has to be here. Funny it was. I slept like a baby that day, but man, was I stressed.
That's great.
This mess of a logic was child's play compared to that one. That one was crazy. And when we finally got to something that made sense, I was going insane. But yeah, this seems to be like the hinted. Oh, come on! Did you see Fabio was trolled by the roller because it just so happened that he bounced off the ground and the shoe went underneath him.
Yep. Apparently Hot Rod Goron has in fact been playing Elden Ring or Dark Souls because that was a dodge roll and a half.
Jesus, he was.
And yeah, the entire seed is strength 2 locked. What the heck?
The reason the entire seed is strength 2 locked is because there's a scale that leads to beans.
Yep.
In terms of pathetic items that usually mean basically nothing that you get. And it's like, oh, here's a lens. Here's some, I don't know, your fire arrows. Woo, do something with that. Well, you have to do something with those this time around.
Yep. I mean, you've got to admit that was a beautiful piece of trolling by the sea. Just 3 big chests all in the Goron City maze going, go on, pick your poison.
I mean, looking back, it looks very easy now that it's solved, but looking back, it was kind of chaos. Yes, it was beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful chaos.
Yeah, Fabio Soplantino paying for speed. Makes sense.
I mean, I think mostly Sponge just likes memes, and you've got to admit that the seed path is the memeiest path possible with this set.
My question now is, will we see Ice Cavern?
I don't actually know.
because Sponge was talking some smack before the race, saying, "Hey, let's see who completes Ice Cavern first." And I'm not sure we're gonna see it. It depends on whether the item is there, whether our runners thinks it's there, whether it's a good play for one of them. The thing is, the letter is kind of our go mode item, depending on where Hammer is. So it's unlikely that Ice is a good play ever, even if it's not directly hinted dead. Unless,
Yeah.
of course, Samsung again is the key to finishing the seed.
On the other hand, if you don't think you're going to win the seed and you can instead win a sub off Sponge and make him pay up, that might be a win in and of itself.
Which is stronger, your competitive drive or your spitefulness
and your hatred of spending money?
and your like, but at the same time kind of dislike of Sponge, because you want a sub to him but you don't want to pay for it.
I mean, he didn't say which thing he would sub to. Like, it could be a sub to ZeldaSpeedRuns.
True.
Oh, let's face it, winning the hearts of chat is easy. It's just the person who goes for the most memes and the most cursed things.
I don't think Fabio just did the Anubis room and he grabbed the ledge and let it drop, but somehow the Anubis didn't die with the fire. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
That's weird.
I think he was too far to the right. That's my guess, but still, I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, it's surprisingly easy to mess up the Anubis room. Like, it looks so easy, but then you go, and no, there is apparently many, many ways to mess up. And Mr. Spokes is still hoping for something on Big Pose to be mean. Would also justify the early opponents song, which I would like. I do like early opponents.
Letter can be anywhere, wherever your meme is, chat, as long as it hasn't been hinted dead, or we've checked it, it's possible.
I like that optimism. It doesn't matter what meme you support, it still has a chance.
Unless you like Frogs 2, because it's dead.
I mean, yeah.
That's a bunch of keys in Child Spirit.
I mean, Spirit is a stone, though. Yeah, we could still have 40 minutes, so yeah.
Fabio doesn't have the bow because he doesn't have the slingshot. And even if he gets the slingshot, how likely is him to go back to Lost Woods just for that one check? No? This set is a bit cursed in that way. I think the bow is meaner than any of the logical nonsense.
Oh, apparently 40 is dead, but also bearing in mind that Fabio hasn't done any of the bomb lock chests in Lost Woods. And yes, adult spawn is adult fishing.
Osuna fail. Okay, no, he's going for the two strats. Fair enough. That looked like a mistake, but I guess it wasn't.
Slingshot was in the grotto at the top of Death Mountain Crater, which is bomb locked, and also, yeah, it's mostly just bomb locked. We do have the Goron tunic, though.
The thing is, bomb was the big bottleneck that made the rest of the seed impossible to complete. So once you're finished checking everything to finally find your bombs, you find out that you have to go to the crater, Death Mountain Crater, just to get the slingshot, and go back to Lost Woods to use the slingshot to get a bow. unless we find another bow in another convenient place, it's kind of like a mean place. It's a difficult place to justify going back to. The bomb lock stuff you can do as adult, and it's more efficient. If you find the hook shot or something there, you're right next to
Oh
Forest
god,
Temple.
I know why Fabio's in spirit. It's because of that mirror shield.
Oh, right. He didn't finish DC.
He did not.
That's bad.
Because no bombs.
I mean, well, that's not ideal, but no one really knows what they're doing right now. The city is still wide open, so maybe Spirit is the right play.
Yeah, there could still be some really good stuff in Spirit.
That blue PA needs, but yeah. I mean, you get Strength 2 and Mirror
Bomb
Shield
Choose?
super early.
You can get Bomb Choose without Strength 2.
True, but I mean, in terms of logic, you get Strength 2 and Mirror Shield super early. I think you think the logic is telling you go to Spirit Temple.
Yeah, I can absolutely see why Fabio's going there. It's just unfortunate that we know enough that that's not where a lot of stuff is.
But he doesn't have a projectile to go past the initial block as adult. So I don't think he's going to do adult side of Spirit
Okay,
Temple.
they're going to Lake Hylia.
Good. Lolsey, Strength 2 locks everything except for potentially the letter. The letter can be literally anywhere because we have a path that hints directly to the rank, and it's the only info that we have in terms of path to Barinade. So Rutos can be literally anywhere we haven't checked.
Okay, so Fabio's come back to Lake Hylia. They're going to find their bomb bag. Hopefully, they then go to Dongo's cavern.
And that way was much more cooperative with Fabio than it was with Sponge.
Out sooner is going to Fire Temple.
I mean, why is the lens equipped? That's my question. With no magic meter.
That's true. We do still need to find magic somewhere. We have no idea where magic is. Like, in all the excitement, we literally forgot about magic.
Very true. We need magic, we need hammer, and we need fruit of leather, and that's it. But yeah, we forgot magic completely. We'll see again if there's something in this big room.
Yeah, I do just like the fact that everyone's going, oh yeah, magic.
It's not in the inventory, it's hard to remember, okay?
Yeah, I know it is, but it's still hilarious. Have we seen Redead Grotto and Kakariko yet?
I don't think so. Anything that's bomb locked is you need a good reason to check. And so far, we've barely visited Kakariko. We've done that relatively recently. So, yeah. Nothing in Redead Grotto, but still.
Mr. Spokes is still absolutely encouraging Big Pose. Jimbo is also in Child Spirit. I mean, I do know I like going to Child Spirit.
Another thing that just occurred to me is, will this be the elusive, super, ultra rare, no ZL completion?
We don't have water. We don't have shadow. Theoretically. Hyrule Castle's dead, so that's one fairy out the question.
We have a scale for access to Zora's domain. We don't need ZL to enter it as child.
Nocturne is in the Composer's Grave, which is locked by ZL, but again, we don't necessarily need Shadow. Again, Spirit, Zelda's Lullaby isn't usually needed, but we don't have it.
Chat, you've seen Frogs 2 several times now this season, but have you ever seen a no CL seed? This is like a royal flush or whatever it's called. This is one of those super rare plays that's if it's a thing, if it happens, it's one for the ages.
Yeah, I reckon we're likely to run into it anyway.
Probably. If nothing is locked by CL, I still count it personally. But I'd rather have. We have several people in this race. Maybe one of them won't get CL, and will finish the seed without ever collecting ZL.
I think there was actually a technically ZL-less seed recently. We got it fairly early, but it didn't actually lock anything.
Oh, I didn't see it, but happy 1 hour, everyone!
Oh, happy 1 hour. Sponge doing 1 hour Dampe race, and straight into Forest. Yeah, this just makes sense.
It's progression, you can full clear it.
You can get skulls to get yourself up to 20.
Everything here is locked by bombs, so anything can be the hammer. It's great all around.
And you need to do it.
And you need to do it. I guess that's a reason too.
Like, it's progression. You need to do it at some point. You've got all the things to just get it over with while you're figuring out where the hell you go after this.
Yeah. Speaking of where the hell do you go afterwards, Aosuna just got his bomb back and he's confused.
Oh no. Oh no.
Or bewildered. One of the two.
I mean, the bow is in a pretty bad location if you just don't do target in the woods. But no, Sponge full cleared Lost Woods. Well, as much as they could.
Yeah, only Sponge has the bow out of our featured players here.
I mean, there can be bows elsewhere. They don't necessarily have to be horrifically locked by slingshot of all things. They could just, be chilling. Or they could be bow locked on big pose.
Yeah, I don't know.
Favio has their hook shot. I don't know whether they're pleased or disappointed. I'll have you know, Seaforce, that I am a pessimistic optimist. I expect everything to go to hell, but to be fine anyway. Like, sure, everything's gonna break, but we're still gonna manage to get this thing finished.
Yeah, I think I get what you mean. I call myself a cynical optimist. Like, yeah, this is shit, but it's gonna be better.
Yeah, that works.
It's probably something similar.
Alkaline Ice, you do have a point. Entire seed, I wouldn't say it's decided. Nothing is ever decided yet, especially when there's a casino. But going hard on Skullmaster for 20 bomb shoes really did help.
When did the seed get decided? We have no info on Letter. We have very few info on Hammer. There's so much left to collect. This is a huge casino.
It's a huge casino, as I said. Not decided, but it definitely helped Sponge to get those... But oh, hello, that's a big chest. Hey!
Locked by the bow.
No, that is not locked by bow.
So, yeah.
It could be locked by Song of Time instead.
I mean, anyone who goes... I mean, Aosuna is about to get a bow right here and be very, very happy.
Well, that said, it's locked by bow or Song of Time. Where is Song of Time? Oh, it was in front of forest, in which case, no, that's not bow locked.
Yeah.
Song of Time was apparently on Minuet check. So yeah, we can get that. That's fine, that's in logic. No one's getting screwed over by bow today.
The thing is, if you're playing Minuet, you have to do it with the intention of coming to just the Stalfos check or just Lost Woods checks, because you don't have, when you play Minuet for the first time, you don't have Son of Time or the bow. So the fact that Son of Time is here is a bit mean, because it means that you're coming to Forest Temple potentially without any way to complete the courtyard loop.
Given that Minuet of Forest is actually a really good way to get to Goron City, it's a good way to get to Zora's River. Honestly, I play Minuet of Forest a lot, so Song of Time is not a hard thing for me to find in this case.
That's also fair, and it took a while for us to get hookshot, so most of the runners already did use Minuet for movement. Fair enough.
Yeah, like, Bolero of Fire is faster for some things, but it's not necessarily helpful if you don't have the hookshot or the beams yet.
Yeah, and we don't have Nocturne, so yeah, Minuet is a song that you expect these players to play at some point. Fair enough.
I mean, I've always been a fan of Minuet. It is one of the songs I play most often in my playthroughs, because there's a fairy fountain right there. I'm bad. I need the fairies. Give me my fairies. Give me my Minuet.
I'm a Bolero kind of guy. I like coming down the mountain. It's so annoying to go through the moblins every time you play Minuet. I definitely prefer Bolero.
Yeah, Sponge's first bow was on Slingshot, Target in the Woods.
With the Slingshot, the only available one that we know of yet being in the bombable grotto in DMC in the crater.
Which, in all fairness, is something you're going to get eventually. Also, shout out to Ferore's Wind being surprisingly nice and early, but having no magic.
So nice, early, and useless. Got it.
Yep. Sponge, why are you going back down the block room? Sponge?
He forgot the... No. What?
Oh, they're doing the recoil strat.
Okay.
They literally climbed to the top. I think they might have untwisted the thing before they went to go down and do Floor Master.
If you like Forest Temple, if you love Double Forest Temple, if you adore Triple Forest Temple, get ready to have your life change forever with Quadruple Forest Temple.
On the other hand, Quadruple Forest with a load of big chests, and there's another bomb bag! Oh, there are so many big chests and they're all frickin' bait. Apart from the bow for like half of the runners.
More block pushing, bow shooting, and walking than you ever wanted. All put together into one boring dungeon.
Yes,
at least we have the Poe sisters to entertain us as kind of really lame mini boss fights.
I mean,
I think that I seriously don't get the people who do love Forest Temple. As if you're a new player, the first time passing through this dungeon, maybe it's super cool. I don't remember what that's like, man. I'm too old. I've played this game too many times. I have no idea if this is a cool first experience.
I've helped talk people through Forest Temple. I've seen a lot of people do first playthroughs recently, mostly because I do Ocarina of Time Random and I tell them to play vanilla first. But also, I just love the fact we've had 3 big chests and they've all been trolling in some fashion. Like, on the one hand, Bow in Forest is always a great meme. but also it was the fact it was Sponge's second bow is hilarious. We've got a second bomb bag, and we got another big chest, but it was for Roz, which we can't use. Like, Forrest is just trolling you at this point.
It's good info. It's good to confirm that definitely that bomb bag is very likely to be locking everything. The more bomb-locked bomb bags that we find, we need to be very scared if we find a bomb bag that's not bomb-locked at this point.
Oh yeah, I doubt
There's a lot to rethink.
Also, I don't think we can, not with that Lake Hylia to King Dodongo hint. I don't think it's possible for it not to be bomb-locked.
That's fair.
Also, I do like Forest it just runs you through. It does add some execution elements to it, so that it's not just relying on the casino. It adds execution elements, and it just gives you time to think. It gives you time to work through the logic, work out where you're going next, and honestly, having a breather like this is kind of handy in a race. So yes, unsurprisingly, I quite like the fact that Forest exists because of what it allows that isn't actually about the level.
The thing with Forest Temple and the Jabu Jabu's Valley, they are the two worst dungeons with the two best bosses. It's kind of...
No, denied. I'm sorry, I hate Phantom Ganon. I hate Phantom Ganon so fucking much. He is not the best boss. He can go and die in the void between dimensions after being stabbed repeatedly with a rusty pitchfork.
But the strats for that fight are completely sick. I mean, come on, that zero cycle Phantom Ganon is one of the coolest things that you can do in this game.
Oh, it's cool, yes, and I love seeing other people do it. But also, fuck Phantom Ganon. I hate them. I'm sorry. Deny. I do not like. Do not.
I do think it's kind of mean that depending on your position, the hookshot is just too short to hit Phantom Ganon when he comes out of a painting, but you definitely have the bow by the time you reach Phantom Ganon, so that shouldn't be an issue, really.
Yeah. It's just, as I said, my aiming is difficult, and Phantom Ganon occasionally just doesn't like me. They just don't.
Fair enough.
So having to, and also, slight animosity from, my childhood playthroughs, because, Phantom Ganon was not fun when I was a kid. But yes, apologies for the rant. I have feelings about Phantom Ganon. Those feelings are mostly fuck you.
The enemy that I had a lot of trouble with as a kid was the Gerudo guards, that the jailers. I don't know what they're called. The ones that guard the carpenters. Because I had no patience. Like, if you die somewhere else, whatever, you go in, you try again. But if you get caught by the spinning attack from one of those guards, you have to go all the way back to the guard. I had no patience for that. And the second I got caught like 3 times, I gave up. I had to ask my older sister to just beat it for me. I don't want to play this.
Yeah, in all fairness, mostly I was okay-ish with the guts. Like, I had trouble with them, but it wasn't that bad. Finding the bloody rooms in the fortress, though, I got so lost. So lost.
Come on now, Suna, not even going for the game shot? Disc.
Well, having to get all
Give it a shot! You try once, and then you fail. No big deal. It happens. It's called the gamer shot because it's hard. But you try.
Yep. Also, I see chat is having fun talking about other enemies that are awful. I mean, also, Redeads were awful as a child. Bottom of the Well was not a fun time.
I guess I'm not the kind of person who gets scared with that stuff, but I hear a lot of people talking about how they were traumatized by Shadow Temple or Bottom of the World. I just don't get that. I was never scared of that stuff as a kid. I thought the readers were cool, not scary. I don't know. It's I guess it's a personality thing.
Oh yeah, like if you like that kind of thing, it's not going to bother you. Like if you are a horror fan, it's not going to bother you. I am not a horror fan. I hate readheads, and I really hated the noise they made. It was awful.
I really love the readers in Wind Waker.
Oh yeah, the Wind Wakers, the readheads in Wind Waker were a relief. I didn't find them scary at all. They just looked like nodding dolls to me. I was so relieved that they weren't like the Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time readheads. I was so glad.
I mean, Majora's Mask. Did you still hate the readheads after seeing them dance in Majora's Mask?
It was mostly because they still looked quite similar to the Ocarina of Time readheads. So, no, it was the Ocarina of Time ones that traumatized me, and the Majora's Mask one looked similar. And it's just like, no, I don't like this. Even dancing readheads could not save them.
That was so weird. That's so weird. So much of MM is totally random. Like the hand asking you for like paper to clean. I mean, I don't. Fair enough. I guess it's just not my sense of humor. But
I mean, that's fair. The hands asking for paper is like, okay, sure.
It's not that it's not funny. It's just why. But yeah, as you can see, chat, we're talking about everything and anything because we don't want to talk about forest. We have quadruple forest. Sponge is done with it.
Sponge is done.
Finally, we're going to get some new stuff, hopefully. And we're out of here. Some more interesting stuff happening. The casino's still open. We still need the magic, the hammer. What? Sponge got an upgrade. He stopped to collect it. That's interesting. He was almost full.
I mean, yes, but also this is Sponge. Are they really going to resist the chance to nut on Phantom Ganon?
Fair enough. When you put it that way,
it's memes.
I'm not sure how to answer.
Sponge works in memes. Why is anyone surprised?
Fair enough.
And there we go. There is Zelda's Lullaby on the Forest Medallion song check.
Okay, so since we have to go back to Child, where everyone is definitely going to collect that song. That's too bad. I mean, we still don't know if we need Zelda's Lullaby. We very, very likely will, but it's a neat idea. Thinking of the Noziel seed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, Zealous is very cool, but also there's just so much behind it.
Yeah, which opens up the casino even more.
Yep. I mean, Sponge just likes going to Ice Cavern. I mean, I am also fond of Ice Cavern. I really like the music in there, and I like the aesthetic, and the fact that there are so many skulls you can collect in there.
So many easy skulls on top of that.
Yeah.
Very much in the way, with very short, like you just need the hookshot and not even half the length of the hookshot. It's super fast to collect them. You don't really need to do anything special to get them. It's great. I hate. Well, I used to hate before Season 5 because now apparently Ice Cavern is the best dungeon in the entire game. But before Season 5, I used to hate going there without the hookshot because of how easy the skulls in that dungeon are. But I guess that's over.
Yeah, it's more the case of it's a long walk to get over here, and before King Zora's Skip was discovered, which Sponge is showing off for us now, you needed Ruto's letter. It was a long way to walk over here. And so it was considered a meme and a bad play, and there aren't actually that many checks in it. I like it for reasons unrelated to how good it is as a play.
Well, maybe someone else that we're not restreaming won the bet, otherwise Sponge is gifting himself a sub. That's we already have all the info, so every hint is a repeat. But yeah, that's a repeat of the London branch path to Ulvaji.
Oh, Alcina's going into Adult Spirit.
Yeah, I think Ice Play is a good meme play. I don't think it's a good play because you're missing 3 items and one of them locks Ice. So you never know if that item is locked by the other 2 or whatever. I don't think Ice is the most likely to have progression or the most dense location at all. I think it's just a meme. But fair enough, you do you. If you can win with the meme plays, or you care more about the memes than the win, I mean, respect.
Yeah, can you tell what's at the bottom of the fountain? Because I can't tell.
I can't.
Hey, I like the song in Ice Cavern. I like it. I'm a big fan of the Zora's Domain and the Ice Cavern songs. I guess that could be magic. Magic can be quite difficult to see because the colour changes.
The Zora's Domain song is really good. I'm having trouble thinking of... I mean, I hear the clicking, the ambient noises, but I'm having trouble remembering what the sound, the song for Ice is.
It's the blinky one. So it goes blink.
Yeah. I remember the cracks, the dings, the blinks, as you say. But I don't remember any kind of musicality to them beyond just kind of
There is a musicality to the blings. There is. But yeah, I mean, people are entirely fine to not like or like music as they will. I'm definitely not going to dictate that. I'm just saying that I quite like the song here.
I don't know if I like it or if I don't, I just don't remember it. And I've played this game a lot.
I mean, that's fair.
Nothing on the first chest.
That said, I think I'm going to briefly go and get myself a drink because I have been out of water for a while and I do not want to get a headache.
I have my water right here. Thanks for the reminder.
So I leave Adult Spirit and Ice Cavern in your capable hands. I'm going to walk away, and if everything explodes while I'm gone, well, that's rando for you.
Not just Ice Cavern and Spirit Temple, but apparently GTG. Fabius definitely heading there, so we'll see. It's a very dense location, great place to go if you're in casino mode. Oh, great save by Jimbo. That close range bow shot into Master Sword Slash to trigger the damage phase for Phantom Ganon. That was brilliant, smooth as hell. I don't think that's anything in the ice locked, the freestanding item. Irons? Where was Irons? Oh, this is very... Okay,
I stepped away for a moment. What happened? I can see that chat is exploding.
Well, we found iron boots in the Colossus Ferry. No big deal.
The question is, will Sponge go back?
Well, if it is something important, he definitely will. But I have no idea what it was, so who knows?
Someone said it was a single colour and not a rupee, so... Yes, I have my water now.
Osuna, no! I've done that so many times. Osuna accidentally voided out and reset the Anubis
Oh
from...
no. Damn it, Sponge, you're back on 3/4 of a heart. Oh, hi to Lauren.
Of course he is. I mean, what do you expect? Oh, he's collecting health.
2.5.
Who is this man?
2 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay, so the seed. How to explain a seed? The answer is that Strength 2 locks everything apart from the Kokiri sword. And by Strength 2 locks everything, we mean that Strength 2 locks a scale, which locked access to beans, which locked the bomb bag, which locked everything.
Essentially, yes. It sounds very straightforward now. It wasn't at all an hour ago.
It was not straightforward an hour ago. Also, we did get the single green rupee.
Oh, we found Greg.
Yep, it's in Spirit Temple just before the Iron Knuckle. For those of you who do not know the memes, Greg stands for Green Rupee of Eternal Glory. It is the single green rupee. There is only one of them in the game.
Usually at Mido's house, one of the... I guess it's to teach you the green things that you collect when you break grass are single rupees. That's the point?
Yeah, it's the only one that's actually shuffled into the item pool, and that is the one from Mido's house. Because Mido's house is there at least partially to teach you about different denominations of money.
Yeah, essentially. The thing is, while Strength 2 to scale to beans to bombs is what you normally call the bullshit, I think the bigger bullshit is that because all of our paths point to that, we have no info on the rest of the items that we need. So it's basically a huge casino with most of the game opening up little by little while we still find the items that we're missing.
Yep. I mean, the NA Weekly was absolutely hilarious to watch from Kuiper Don't Care's stream, because he got so much in the first 45 minutes. He just stumbled onto one thing after another, and it was hilarious. We started with Epona. So yes, not only do we have Epona, we had it before we even started moving. Why is nobody going to Guerrilla Training Grounds is an excellent question.
I think Fabio was heading there, and then he found the irons, and that changed his mind, potentially.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm confused as to why he'd go collect that check alone before going to Spirit Temple instead of...
I mean, as a guess, the Mirror Shield...
Or the path of G2G. I don't know.
As a guess, the Mirror Shield might still be preying on their mind, maybe?
Maybe. It's possible that the path that points to Mirror Shield was DC to Barinate, so maybe they're hoping that the Mirror Shield leads to the letter.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Like I said, the path is already solved. you don't. Nothing is necessarily hinted, but if you're going to look for the letter somewhere, the stuff that's locked by the place that was hinted as path is the most likely to have it, in case the boomerang wasn't the
Yeah.
hinted path item.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it makes sense to come to Spirit first.
Yeah, mostly that thing in Icy Waters that I couldn't tell what it was is still preying on my mind. It's just that little niggling bit in the back.
It's still locked by Ruto's letter, so I still don't think it's likely to be anything important.
True, it's not logical.
It could be magic, it could, but if it is, we'll see when Sponge goes and collects it.
But I mean, is Sponge likely to go back? They've already been there once.
If Sponge saw it and it is magic, then yes, he's likely to go back. At least before going to Ganondorf. He has the info.
Well, if he could tell whether it was magic or not, it's possible he couldn't tell.
That is true, but unlikely. I don't think you stopped to check on the item and you leave without knowing. I don't think there's many items that are just that difficult to pick.
Yeah. Oops. Did Jimbo forget to turn off alerts?
Oh. You know, as a kid, I never thought anything special of the Gerudo Valley music, but it's grown on me a lot as I got older.
Yeah, no, I was generally a fan of the Gerudo Valley music, but I didn't spend that much time there. So possibly I didn't have time to realise quite how good it was.
The thing is, I'm from Andalusia, so I'm probably overexposed to flamenco, and as a kid I used to hate it, but now I've kind of grown to like it once again.
Yeah.
So that style is it used to be lame to me, now it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like, tastes in music can change, and also some music you might only like when you're in a certain mood for that kind of music. Like, there are some songs that quite often I just don't want to listen to, but if I'm in the right mood.
Hola, Ceforce.
I speak a tiny bit of Spanish, but not much.
Don't worry.
I'm not going to subject you to my Spanish, it's fine.
You don't need to say anything, don't worry. Fine. Apparently,
we're going to see horseback.
Even if it's not Spirit Temple, everyone is in the Gerudo area. And we still only do have one bottle. Although that path is solved.
Fabio is doing big pose.
It seems that way, yes.
We saw Sponge picking up something in Gerudo Valley in the Hammer Rocks.
Did you see what it was?
No, wait, he can't have done something in the Hammer Rocks. Sorry, I'm thinking of yesterday's season, the NA Weekly. Please ignore me.
Fair enough. I've been watching every single race from the main tournament, from the season 5 tournament.
Oh god, that's some dedication.
I still have one race that I haven't been able to watch because this week has been super busy. But I generally don't like to watch another seed the same day that I'm commentating because I get tons of seed bleed. It's just I can't keep the seeds apart. I'm terrible at that. So
Yeah, usually I do exactly the same thing. Like, this was last night just before I went to bed.
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Sponge is about to go to Colossus Ferry. Let's see where he goes once he gets those irons. And Big Pose was a recovery heart. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Spokes. Big Pose
This is
isn't anything.
This is a casino. There's tons of really check-dense places. Fabio's going for, I guess,
Fabio's doing
either
field
for
cleanup.
clearing the field. Maybe that's why he did pose.
I mean, yeah, like if you're clearing up field because you now finally have bombs, why not? Also,
Sure, yes.
Alsuna going through Gudo training grounds. It looks like Sponge is heading there.
Okay,
And Jimbo's taking out Twin Rover.
I'm going to try to count keys in GTG.
Oh, good luck.
I'm going to need it. Okay, I didn't see what Asuna picked in the maze, so already great start.
The freestanding one was a key.
Yeah, but inside the maze he picked at the 4 kilowatts chest, and I have no idea what it was.
Well, I suspect we're going to see Sponge doing it shortly. And probably Fabio as well. Sponge, I believe, has... Oh no, they might not have fire arrows. Where are fire arrows?
Wait, Fabio has fire arrows. I'm missing so much stuff. Okay,
Hover
not what I'd
boots.
like to find. Well, maybe we do because they logically might lock Fire Temple.
We have hover boots in Gerudo Training Grounds, Stalfos Room. So, you know that joke I made at the beginning about, oh yeah, just go and do one check in Gerudo Training Grounds? Welp.
Yeah, actually, it would have paid off. I mean, hovers make a lot of the temples that we don't need to do much faster.
But could lead to you being baited into Shadow, I guess. Mind you, we haven't found Dim's Fire. Or in fact, magic.
Great. We're still in casino mode. Anything can happen right now. I mean...
Yep.
I was gonna say that I like to just spawn all the...
Hang on. That's
Whoa.
Hammer on Rover.
Is Jimbo the only one to do Rover?
Yes, that's Hammer on Twin Rover.
Okay! Wow!
Sorry to
Jimbo.
interrupt, that one seemed kind of important.
No. Fair enough. I mean, that's... you go the progression, you'll finish Fire Temple, and maybe you find the letter, or no, if Jimbo's heading to maybe do GTG as well. But why didn't everyone go to Spirit Temple, but only one person beat the boss? If you think that the Mirror Shield is the item that might be path, why don't you complete one of the only 2 checks that require Mirror Shield in the entire game?
There's Ruto's letter. Ruto's letter in Gerudo Training Grounds. It's in the Strength 2 room. Of course it's in the fucking Strength 2 room.
Exactly the room that you said that they had to visit. Okay,
also, there's another big chest. Magic!
Everything! We're in no mode. We are in no mode.
Did you want everything at once? Because we're getting everything at once.
Okay, Jimbo was walking was almost walking to GTG. If he did, he'd be in go mode.
But yeah, okay. The thing is, when are the others going to go back to Spirit?
I don't know why they skipped Rova. If they suspected the Mirror Shield might be bad, which it turns out it wasn't. But if that's the reason why you prioritize Spirit over other locations, then you do Rova. I guess Spirit is denser than I think.
Yeah, Spirit is actually quite dense.
I don't think there's many plays. I don't think there's many better plays than doing GTG after you're done with Fire Temple for Jimbo. So, I mean, this could be Jimbo's day. Full clearing the places that you visit is how you win races, kids. I mean, always full clear your path, always.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily. Okay, if it was Way of the Heroes, always full clear Way of the Heroes. If it's paths, bailing doesn't seem so bad.
True, but you go all the way up to the top floor room and you don't do the boss fight? I guess it's a slow check, but is it really slower than just walking someone else and then, like, Fabio did Pose. Is Pose faster than Rova? Barely.
Yeah, I do like full clearing places. That's because I like being thorough. Because, well, I know that the only way I'm going to win anything is if I get something that someone else has skipped. So I do tend to be thorough.
And when you're in full casino mode, anything that you always go for density, but the cost of coming back is also something that you need to place some weight into. And I'm not saying, I honestly don't know if the right play was to stay or to leave. Twin Roba is a really slow boss. I get that, but I guess Jimbo got lucky, or he just made the right choice.
I think just made the right choice. Like, there were no bad choices, but it just happened to be the correct one.
The thing that's keeping this from, well, I guess now that they found the letter, now they definitely know that Boomerang was the path.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But before they had the letter, I think going for Roba as something that is hinted potentially by a path hint was a very reasonable play, even if it's slow. Yeah, Alkaline, it's a great debut, a great seed to roll for your first time. Where the hell was everything? Well, let's go one by one. We found a strength in the market in the child shooting game. We found another strength in Lolon Ranch for strength 2. With that strength 2, we went to the maze in Goron City, which had 3 chests inside. Thankfully, only one of those chests was relevant, and that was a scale. Yes, a scale was the only relevant chest. That scale gave us access to the bean guy in Zora's River. Yes, it gave us access to the bean guy in hinted foolish Zora's River, and that bean guy gave us access to the top of to the lab roof in Lake Hylia, where our bomb bag was. After that, we can collect a slingshot on top of the MC on the on the bombable grotto. We can collect our Kokiri sword in the adult fishing. We can collect a bow inside of Forest Temple in the courtyard. I think it was, well, well inside the first temple, right? We can collect
Yes,
hookshot.
there was a bow inside forest. There was another bow on target in the woods.
True. Where was hookshot?
Hookshot was in the chest above King Dodongo's. And I will write that down to Narin to ask why, but I think the fairly obvious answer is they just picked up hammer. Of course, they went straight to fire.
Of course. And then the items that were missing still were hammer, Ruto's letter, and magic. Well, hammer was in Toonroba, Ruto's letter and magic were in the like room in GTG, the Silver's Flock.
The Strength 2 room.
And that's about it. Oh, and lights were on Rufio, which we found 45 minutes into the scene because no one went to adult Kakariko for some reason.
Yep.
And since everyone got some progression, Jimbo got hammer, the others got the letter. We're going to be seeing some dungeons, but Jabo is hinted foolish. And if it wasn't, we know where everything is. The only thing that we might find somewhere is a second magic. But since the first magic is in literally the same room as the Ruto's letter, which is not a replaceable item, it doesn't matter if we find a second magic. No item that we can find means anything other than it might bait players into making the wrong choice. So right now we're going to see who's the first to do the correct play, which is for Fabio, Asuna, and Sponge to defeat Toonroba, for Jimbo to do GTG. Remember the time when everyone but Sponge was doing the same thing, but Sponge was too cool for that? He got the early choose. Early choose that was hinted on Skull Mask, by the way. Very useful. Made a big difference early on. And everyone was doing something, and then Sponge said, nah, I'm too cool for that. He went his own way, collected his own stuff. But then, right now, we are switched. Everyone but Jimbo is doing the same thing. But Jimbo is too cool. He defeated Toonroba, and now he's searching for the items that the others have, while the others have no idea where Hammer is.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because the rest of them have done Spirit. They just need to go up to the top.
We have no logical info on Hammer, really, other than it's locked by bombs, which means basically nothing since most everything was locked by bombs.
Oh yeah, it means absolutely nothing.
It's just not on skulls. Skulls can't have hammers, basically, and chickens in Kakariko, the chicken collection game, can't have hammer. That's it. The rest of the game might have the hammer. So, how long before you go back to into Spirit Temple, walk all the way back to Roba, and defeat that really slow boss for that one check that it gives you?
It seems unlikely to be anytime soon.
At best, it gives you 3 checks if you count Saria's song as something that you might want to eventually collect.
Which actually might be the thing that pushes them.
But not until we get Din's Fire and
yeah, and at that point they do all of Shadow before Twin Rover.
Of course, and even Water Temple before going back to Toonroba. You only do Toonroba usually if you expect to get Saria's song out of it. So you probably do Shadow and Water before you finish Toonroba. Unless for some reason you believe that it's there, and that GTG having the letter clears any doubts about the path for Mirror Shield. Mirror Shield is not hinted in any path to anything. So it could be anywhere, and Robas is very isolated. It's gonna be orphaned by a lot of runners. What this does mean is that we definitely needed CL to beat this seed, because I don't think Spirit Temple did none of the ZL locked chests.
They had keys. It was definitely ZL locked. This is not a ZL-less seed.
Fair enough. You might be able to use your keys in such a way that you don't need to use it. I don't know what the key layout was, but you definitely logically need Zelda's Lullaby to defeat this seed, so...
Yep. Hi, Baronade.
Look at the parity between how close to each other they are. They're essentially all.
Big key was in the sunblock room, child side.
Jimbo might be doing field checks with the hammer.
Well, if they're doing field checks, then that will lead them back to Gerudo Training Grounds as the logical next step.
I mean, I don't think Jimbo's visited GTG at all, so I doubt he's going to put it off for a while unless he's metagaming himself into thinking, if no one's finished, there's no way it's in GTG.
No, they're calling Epona. They are definitely just clearing up Hyrule Field and going to GTG. There's no way they're not.
Let's hope for that. Epona right now is probably for bow hunting. Oh. No, okay, yes. That's a weird angle to go.
Sponge just overtook Alsuna in the Baronade fight. What the hell? Hey, look, it's the third bomb bag!
Is this bomb locked? Is this bomb locked?
Yes, because the boomerang is in Dongo's cavern.
Yes.
Oh, also, yeah, foolish bomb bag.
No, but that boomerang was in vanilla bombs, so that's not bomb locked.
Okay, Ruto's letter definitely is.
It's because of the hookshot for Ruto's letter, yes.
Yeah. Come on, Sponge, where are you going next?
Adult? That's a good start.
But yeah, that's what I like about foolish locations. Foolish locations can contain the thing about foolish locations is that they cannot unlock any new checks. So the only way that a bomb bag or a bow can be in a barren location is if it is locked by itself. Because at that point, it's not opening up new checks, it's just giving you extra capacity. This is why I love using bomb chews on the bombable wall in Death Mountain Trail, because I've had that be a bomb bag so many times. Even in a foolish.
Yeah, chews are super powerful. I mean, bombs are probably a broken item in the game. They are so overpowered in the randomizer. And the fact that chews can cheat you into getting bombs, fake bombs, early, and if it might lead you to a bomb-locked place, which is more likely to have bombs than a place that's not bomb-locked because of how the way the logic works. So they are extremely useful. And yeah, it's always a good idea to try to find as many bomb-locked stuff, to collect as many bomb-locked chests as possible. It's like I say, hookshot is maybe a close second, but definitely bombs are the strongest item in the game.
Bow is fairly powerful. But the thing is, hookshot doesn't unlock anything by itself. Doesn't unlock much by itself. It unlocks stuff with something else. Oh no, Sponge! Sponge, you're going water, no!
Let's hope there's no fire in water. Because let's hope that there is, because otherwise I don't know when Sponge is heading to GTG. But Jimbo is going to the right place. He's headed to GTG.
Yep, had Epona out, was going to cross the gap. Makes perfect sense. And yeah, I agree. Scale is very underappreciated. Oh, Alsun is going back into spirit.
Yeah. Interesting. What is he? Did he just leave the boss fight? No, 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 no! Asuna, no! You were right! Keep going! Say no to Sheik! Navi, whatever. I guess it's Navi. Blue text means Navi's talking, right?
Yes, in that particular case, it was probably Navi.
No, Asuna, you were almost there. You got tempted by check density and irrelevant stuff like that.
I mean, it's not irrelevant. Bear in mind that these aren't bad choices that they're making. They're making entirely sensible choices. It's not the correct choices, but they're sensible choices.
I mean, Asuna has been with Spirit Temple all the way to the top for who knows how many years, and now someone younger and with more check density comes, and Asuna is just walking out of there, just excited for someone new to play with. So shameless, so shameless. Just stick with the temple that you started until you finish it. Goddammit.
I mean, I point out you were rooting for Jimbo to win.
I mean, I am. I'm happy that he's headed to GGG, but I don't want to see 3 last location twin robots.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want someone to also get the.
Wait, Asuna just did Asuna just play 7-8 of Water and then just go back? What?
Yes. Why?
Why? That makes no sense.
I have no clue. Did Osuna do something in Lake Hylia while he was there? I think he walked near the lab and then decided, you know what, I am going to finish Trova. Was he collecting bombs or arrows or something? Okay.
Oh, cleared bushes or something? Were they looking for like arrows or bombs?
Yeah, he only has 4 arrows, so my guess is he had 1.
Oh, arrows to like torches. That makes sense.
The question is Osuna going to finish Spirit Temple, or is he going to just collect the magic lost stuff? Is that a possibility?
It is. That is a possibility.
And he's locked himself into this room unless he completes the puzzle, so it's more likely that he just warps out of here once he sees that this is not what he's looking for.
Well, it gets him the boss key.
I mean, sure.
Like, until this point, he couldn't do the boss.
Okay, he's staying. Or is he? He's safe warping. Or I'm not going to commentate also now. I'm just gonna watch. I can't know what he's doing if he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, come on. Give me a break. I mean, yeah, now that he's pushed the block and he's back into the central room, he's almost definitely getting that hammer. The thing is, Jimbo is closer to everything that he needs. Will Jimbo bail after collecting the?
Well, he'll be in go mode, so I would imagine so.
Not without magic.
Magic's here.
That's what I'm asking. If he bails, that's GG for Osuna. If he doesn't, it's really close because Jimbo's collecting his go mode sooner than Osuna, but Fire Temple versus Jabu, Foolish Jabu, +2 age changes. I don't know. I don't know who's ahead of these two. I'm not sure how much of Fire Temple Osuna has done. Okay, so Jimbo did collect his magic.
There
Now
was no
he's
way
in
he
go mode.
wasn't going to. It's a big chest, and it was a visible big chest.
Sure. Anyway, I think the reason that Fabio and Sponge didn't do Tunrova is because fire arrows. What are fire arrows? Because
Spirit
without
Temple.
magic, spirit. Then they
Fabio
have-
has them.
Yeah. But depending on where they were, maybe the magic lock stuff wasn't available, and that's why they skipped Tunrova because the boss key was technically magic locked.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it was Child Spirits. There we go.
Oh, in Child Spirit. So, but Fabio already had fire arrows and he knew about them. So that's not the reason for Fabio, but maybe it was for Sponge.
Maybe, who knows? Actually, Fabio might not have had a bow at that point. But yeah, Alsuna's going to get their hammer. So this is looking like it might be a fairly close race between Alsuna and Jimbo.
I mean, Jimbo is about to enter Jabwa at the same time that Aosuna enters Fire Temple, probably.
Yeah. So Alsuna's probably slightly ahead because they don't have to age change.
Plus, Fire is usually faster. The boss key, remind me what it was?
I think Boss Key was pretty damn early.
Yeah, I don't think it was deep, but I don't remember what it was, really.
I have a feeling it might have been in the lower loop, but I could be wrong.
It was Vanilla. Ooh.
In which case Alsuna's getting out of here faster.
Yeah, I think this is a big advantage for Osuna. It's not over, but it's close.
Sponge, you had this hinted.
Well, yeah, but this is faster access to the dragon chest, regardless.
Oh yes, true.
Another big chest.
Oh god, does that mean... is that Dints?
If that's Dean's, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, it's not necessarily Dints, it could be Strength 3. It could be a bottle. It could be double magic.
Well, I guess the seed didn't totally troll Sponge. Oh, Sponge is headed back to Colossus. And not to Spirit Temple. Okay.
But they have no fire source. They can't do Haunted Wasteland.
And GTG, how much of GTG this Sponge do, actually?
I think they bailed at the Strength 2 run.
Yeah, that makes sense. So he's probably going to finish GTG.
Oh, Sponge, so close and yet so far.
Which we know has nothing, or worse, it has Dean's Fire.
So close and yet so far.
Hey, get your guesses in chat. We're getting some treasure chest minigame.
Oh, chess minigame. Sweet. And Ponsan has already nicked my guess. Okay, I'm guessing I'm going for the other version of my guess.
So far, so good.
Because, yeah, I usually go Ruto's letter, Lon Lon Ranch, or Lon Lon Ranch, Ruto's letter, depending on which has been
My
taken.
brain. I put one index finger on each key and turn off my brain. Whatever comes out, that's my guess.
I love it. You did absolutely manage to pick my usual option.
Yeah, fair enough. I have no idea what I type, but until I hit enter.
Psychic connection.
Legend of Mer seems to be on the right track. Oh no, Legend of Mer totally got it right. It was alternating
Nice.
right, left, right. GG.
GG, congratulations, you win. Kudos. You win the satisfaction of winning the 1 in 32, and you get to brag about it.
Nice. Yeah, I like to keep tabs on what the advantage is. I'll try to give a reminder of when Asuna enters Temple of Time.
Yeah. Favio looks like they're guessing Hammer is in Fire Temple.
I was a very clean Volvagia.
Oh, you can absolutely brag about winning a randomizer race.
If you can't brag about winning a random race to the people around you, you're not surrounded by the right people.
Or you're just not talking to a load of rando runners. Like, whoops, wrong Discord is absolutely a thing.
Fair enough. Oh, we missed the happy 2 hours. It's been over 5 minutes, but whatever. Happy 2 hours anyway.
Sponge just, showing off with casual 1790. And yes, we should do a shout out for our volunteers. Thank you very much to my co-commentator Ponsari, to the unsung heroes that are today's trackers, Baseball making merry and shy, one of which is tracking 2 runners instead of just one. So very much thank you, your efforts are so appreciated. Baseball is double tracking. Thank you very much, Baseball. Thank you to our lovely restreamer, who I believe is Alkaline Ace, who rolled this nonsense. So thank you for giving us an excellent seat to watch. And of course, shout outs to our runners. Go give them a follow. They do excellent OOT rando.
Also, thank you to Estancia for co-commenting with me. A bit of a last-minute addition. I was thinking I was going to have to today. It was a long week, and I'm so glad to have someone to talk to today.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. I meant to volunteer sooner. It's just
I cool.
didn't.
It's fine. I get
it. I just didn't. I just didn't know when. It all relied on whether we were likely to have plans today. And I found out on Friday that we wouldn't, and I've been busy with LARP stuff until I basically got back. So, you doesn't have enough people. Apply. Yeah, Jimbo played really well today.
He did. I think the big thing that happened is that he stayed and finished Spirit Temple. That early kill on Rova totally gave him a huge advantage.
Yeah, today thoroughness won. It doesn't all the time, but it's nice when it does win.
But also, I wanted to say, since we're shouting out the runners, make sure to cheer for Sponge and the Season 5 tournament, even though he's not going to win the weekly, which is the real victory. I mean, who cares about the kind of tournament anyway? He's still doing pretty well in the tournament, so make sure to cheer for him.
What are we up to in the tournament, by the way? I know
Oof,
there are a
we're
load
in
of
round
matches
7.
going on this weekend.
We're in round 7 or something. There's not that many matches. We are missing one race to decide on our winners finals.
Oh, nice.
No, or winners. Yes, winners finals. So yeah, we're very close to closing the whole thing. Of course, there's quite a few rounds of losers. There's more losers matches left than winners because, well, every time a winners round passes, half the people are sent to the other bracket, so there's more people in the losers bracket by this point than in the winners.
Yeah.
So there's maybe like 10 matches, maybe 10 races total left to do. But the tournament is definitely heating up. It's getting to the climax. And that's, around 3 minutes 20 seconds that Ausuna has over Jimbo. It's looking very much like Ausuna is fighting Ganondorf while Jimbo hasn't even entered Ganon's castle, so it's looking very much like a victory for Ausuna.
On the restream, anyway, we have no idea who else might be running and where they might be.
I haven't seen any notification of anyone else winning, so far it seems that Ausuna is going to be our winner.
Let's hope. By the way, we don't want to know what's happening on any other streams that you might happen to be watching for the EU Weekly. We want it to be a surprise. And we will be told by the bot. The bot will pipe up and say whenever someone finishes and what their time is and what their place is.
Overall, a bit messy at the start. Then it turns out to be very straightforward. And then a big casino, but with the items in the usual places and a mean hammer in Rova placement. Really, that's kind of the worst part of the scene. The logical mess early on is kind of... Once you see that bombs are looking everything, it all makes sense. It all works together. But that casino for everything that expects you to visit to defeat Twin Rova is a bit mean.
Yeah, a little bit.
Other than that, fairly fast, fairly easy, straightforward jetty. Almost see, it's 2 hours 10 in season 5. That's pretty fast.
It's fast. I wouldn't call it jet by any means because of that hammer.
Yes, it's that hammer that really...
I would be very interested in seeing what order Sponge does things in. Like, I want to see where Sponge goes. I think they're going to Summit Ferry at this point.
Yes, I guess so.
I mean, there's nothing else up here.
Yeah. Jimbo respecting Salt and Pepper, fighting one after the other. I don't blame him at all.
And there we go.
We have some bacon. Ausuna has finished with a time of 2 hours, 13 minutes, 34 seconds. Congratulations.
First place. Woo!
We got the first place on the restream. Nice.
And the first place in the entire race.
Well, GG Osuna. I wouldn't say that it's time dependent because time depends also on who's playing the seed, but I consider a jet seed a seed that gives you everything along the path or in the most obvious tense location every time that you don't have something to progress with. So I don't think this seed quite qualifies as a jet seed, but still, it's a very fast seed.
Okay,
1,
do we
2,
recommend
3,
getting
4,
Alsuna for
5,
interview?
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Jimbo one cycles. Nice. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh no, I was just wondering whether we're getting Alsuna for interview.
Well, we'll hear a Discord notification if it's happening.
Yep.
Okay, apparently he's joining us.
Hey.
So, in a couple of minutes. We got the Sun Song, was it? In Ice Cover. Sponge is
yes.
his fire source, so maybe that will push him to finishing everything in Spirit Temple. But the thing is, he's child, so he might collect the fire locked stuff as child.
Hello, and GG.
Hi, thank you.
GG.
Whew.
So, thoughts on the seed?
I just have one word: thank you, Spirit Stone. Because after that, woo! Ah, damn. And thank you very much, the boy in the forest temple. Ah, damn.
Yeah. Do you know where the other one was that we've seen?
No, I only got one.
Target in the woods.
Yes. No, did I have slingshot? Yeah, I had. Yeah.
Yeah, Slingshot was in the grotto at the top of Death Mountain crater.
Ah, yeah. Might be. Well, yeah. This is the first one for sure.
Yeah, we were worried for quite a while that might be first logical bow, but then found a burnt up forest temple, and we were like, that is so good for everybody else.
I think so because, damn, finding it in the well of the forest temple, damn, that was so good for me.
Okay. Apparently there was something behind the Sun Song, and that's the frog. We got a hint for Vigoron, right?
Oh well.
And GG to Jimbo, finishing in second place with a time of
GG.
2:17:02. It was actually really quite interesting, Alsuna, between you and Jimbo, because you both got your Go mode items at very similar times.
Mhm.
You got Hammer at a similar time to Jimbo getting Rito's Letter and Magic.
Oh yeah, in GG. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the difference between the quick fire temple and having to go and do Jabu.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see.
So, I'm going to have to ask. So, that logic chain.
Phew. Quite. Damn. I erased my notes. Damn it. I don't have it anymore.
Did you realise that it was strength 2 locking everything because of seeds?
The fire temple, yeah. I realized that. The fast strength 2, no, I did not realize. Where?
Go on, City Maze.
The wallet, yeah. The scale.
Yep, the scale.
The lens, yeah. This was a scale. Okay.
Yeah, it was strength 2 It was strength 2 to get the scale in Goron City Maze, to get beans, to get to the top of the lab, to get the bomb shot, the bomb bag, to get the hook shot.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, there was also an empty bottle at the... Yeah, no, yeah. This was for
Yeah, there was
ice
the
cavern,
bottle. There was a wallet also in Goron City. There was a lens in Goron City as well. There was a ton of bait, but eventually we found out that it definitely was for the scale, so that you can purchase beans and get your bomb back.
Yeah, the first bomb bag. That's why in fact, when I rush Skull Mask, I knew there was a bomb bag at the top of the lab. That's why I was so... how to say that? I wanted to explode every chew because I knew that I had a bomb bag waiting for me after that. So I keep doing DC first, but might have been a better routing to go take the bomb bag first.
Fabio, why are you doing Big Oron?
Ah.
Sorry, how did you say that? Fabio,
yeah.
why are you doing Big Oron?
Ah, yeah, I see him doing taking the bean at DMC. I bought one, but I didn't use it for it. I found the hookshot early before that. I wanted to use it to escape the Bolero song.
Yeah, absolutely. Sponge did the same thing.
It seems that Jimbo is also joining us. Congratulations, Jimbo.
Hey,
GG.
thanks,
GG.
Oh, when I saw, when I got that hammer, when I pulled the hammer, and when I went to GTG and saw the magic and letter back in like room, I thought I won.
Yeah, no, you actually got your go mode at basically the same time as Alsuna did.
Oh shit! Really? Wow.
We also thought you won because Asuna went to Spirit Temple, then played Serenade, then went to Spirit Temple, then pressed Serenade, and then Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
What he was doing.
Didn't have any more bows, so no arrows. Sorry. Yeah.
That's what we figured because you just make and started like cutting some bushes.
Yeah. Damn, I entered the Spirit Temple like, damn, I only have one arrow. That's not good. That's really not good. Quick, where can I find them?
It was pretty funny. We were very confused what was happening.
Yeah, I think so.
We have a third place in Cariosa who finished with in 2 hours 21 minutes 44 seconds off screen in not restreamed. GG Cariosa.
Oh, and Levi Belvedere also, 4th place.
Very nice.
Very nice. So, a question for you, Jimbo.
Yes.
You got the hammer in Twin Rover.
Yes.
I am guessing you just went, okay, I've got the hammer, I'm going to do fire now. And that's why you didn't go to GTG?
Yes. Yeah, I just went straight in the fire because I didn't want to. I don't know. Originally, my thought was maybe go back in the fire and do deep fire. But then Volvagia wasn't really. Volvagia didn't have a key, so like it's not like fire was locked. Like I had to do Volvagia. So then that being just a shit item kind of just like took me out of there. And I didn't want to warp back and have to reverse. I actually wanted to route in the grottos outside of Hyrule Castle, since I already, I'm pretty sure, did I reverse once at that point? No, I never reversed this, never mind, I'm having some sea bleed. But I know I left the grottos outside of, in Hyrule Field, like the one right, what's it, Boulder Destiny, there you go. That and then the Tektite Grotto, so I wanted to eventually route them in. So I would have just went from the front anyway because I didn't want to orphan those checks.
Okay, I'm trying to see what's at the bottom of the lake, and it might have been demons. We can't quite tell. Also, GG to Xeno in 5th place. It can't have been demons, otherwise Sponge would have grabbed it.
And to Levi in 4th place.
And to Levi in 4th place, yes. 2 hours, 22 minutes, 38 seconds.
Levi was supposed to farm me. That's what he said in the race room.
Levi had more luck than last time. Sorry again, Levi.
Oh, it's
Also, can I
fun.
just say I hate dive game in domain because I always forget to turn it in,
Yep.
and then I gotta go back and do it all over again. I was so pissed.
Yep. Yep. You are not the only person who has done that.
My usual mistake is that I'm missing like a couple of rupees for whatever, or I want to farm a couple of deco sticks. So I do minigame and I go into the shop to spawn the pots, and then I go talk to the minigame guy again to see to collect my reward, and then he says, "Hey, do you want to play the game?"
Yeah, it's so dumb that it
I've done
resets the
that
flag.
so many times.
Oh wow,
Did-
sponges and ice.
So, something I'm going to ask Jimbo, I've asked it about Sin already. So, that logic chain to get Bomb Bag, what do you think of it? Because it was a hilarious mess.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid that River was hinted foolish too, but you still need the bean to go to get your bomb bag, which is kind of funny. I don't know. I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of figured it out pretty early, so it didn't screw with me too much. But yeah, that's definitely a nightmare.
Yeah, and the fact that everything was strength 2 locked is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and you get strength too, like really early in the seed.
It was great, but also, why?
I mean, that hint for the 22 pack was very, very nice.
Yeah.
Particularly in a seed where the bomb bug is locking everything.
Yeah, I was actually gonna leave it, and then before leaving Child 1, or no, I think I might have age swapped already, but I went back and I was like, that's a 20 pack, a hinted 20 pack. You can't just leave that there, because I hate walking to CAC, especially as Child. Like, I was gonna wait until I found Nocturne to go hand the mask in, but I mean, a 22 pack with no bombs, I mean, you might as well just route that in somehow and go grab it.
Speaking of walking to CAC, it took like 45 minutes to finally see the light arrows on Rufio. I guess want to check the Calico's a lot.
Which I guess tells you how silly this seed was at the start. Just, how did it take that long?
Particularly with like Strength 2 being our only real item.
The cooker as well, so.
Yes. I'm not
Yes,
even sure that Sponge knows where his adult spawn is. Because he just took B.
Available as adults. How do you get to?
Oh, that was so great. Just save warping as adult and just getting your Kokiri sword right away. You just spawn in the fishing area. That was so nice.
Boom. Take it. Okay.
It's also kind of mean because it dissuades you from trying to plant the bean in Lake Hylia because you've already done half checks that, and you really need the other one. But I don't think anyone was baited in that way. It's just you see trying to troll everyone. But I think it was like 10 minutes into the seed, 20 minutes into the seed, because we had a bonus as the starting song and Silver Gauntlet. Stantia was saying, how about we go to GTG and just do hookshot less, open the back room with the Silver Gauntlet, and just check. Why not?
It would have been hilarious, apparently.
Damn it.
Pathetic.
I mean, in reality, though, if you do end up doing that to seed, I feel like you get baited super hard again by that letter and that magic in the back.
Probably.
I mean, it would have meant you could do Jabu super early. It might have meant you go to Ice. But the thing is, we still haven't found Dins, so it wouldn't really bait you into Shadow. It would just basically give you hovers.
We have a 6th and 7th place winners in Kaidams and Morsolion.
I like the fact that we're seeing names that I haven't seen before. This is great.
Just goes to show how strong this bait was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, Sponge, we believe, has done literally everything up until the boss in Spirit Temple. So we're just going, please, just go back. I know it's only one check.
Yeah.
See, I thought about bailing there too, but
Yeah,
like I already full cleared Spirit. I might as well just do Twin Rover, right? I mean, we already.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
you
the
know.
same thing because I did all the added part of Spirit Temple, then I go back in Child. Yeah, at that point, better do Twin Rover.
Yeah, basically. Irons.
Iron Brute in Desert Colossus Hurry.
Yes. Yes.
And did we confirm that Din's is in the bottom of the fountain?
No, Sponge apparently thinks it's a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, Sponge is forfeiting! No! No!
He's gonna do the fire entry, fire arrow entry.
Yeah, he's going to fire entry and then forfeit, I think.
Yeah.
No, Sponge!
Forfeiting with style, yeah.
We don't even know where Din's is. It must be in water somewhere. Yeah, okay, Sponge. Sponge is going to kick himself when he comes in here and we tell him where it is, isn't he? Who wants to do the honours of telling him where the hammer is?
Oof.
How early or how long ago was Sponge in Spirit? Like
He was basically ahead of all of you for pretty much the entire seed until he skipped Twin Rover.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got the chew pack very early, and he got the chew pack basically on Skull Mask pretty much immediately, went straight into getting the strengths, cleared out Lost Woods, and went into Goron City after clearing Lost Woods. He just absolutely ripped through everything, and he was ahead of you until he skipped Twin Rover.
That's not surprising. I mean, Sponge is a really good player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need it.
I'm confused. We're still going on here.
Sponge has forfeited. I don't know why Sponge is still going.
I mean, why not? I guess.
I mean, he could just come in here and talk to us.
Sure.
We're not that scary, Sponge.
He might do it, but keep going. Why not?
I mean, he won't find Din's fire in here, and he won't find Hammer in here.
He doesn't know that he won't find Hammer, that's the thing.
True, he doesn't know.
He's trying to check if this is where Hammer was.
I mean, yeah, he did just kind of go through the entirety of Ice Cavern just to practice it.
And Fabio is in the Desert Colossus area, but walking in the right direction.
Oh. That's what I'm
Oh.
saying. It's in top when Fabio does.
Okay. He's just giving chat of it. Joe.
Forfeited. Okay.
Well, it means we get to see where stuff is, I guess.
And we have a ninth place finisher in Paras 10.
I mean, yeah, but when do we... Like, if it's like this... And, there's Sponge. Hi, Sponge.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
How are you enjoying that Shadow Temple which you fire arrow entry'd into?
I just want to see what's in here. I'm very curious.
Question. Do you
Yeah.
think that the hammer is in here?
No.
Correct. It is not in here.
Aw, that's disappointing.
Do you want to know where it is?
Sure. Hate
Are
me.
you enjoying this too much?
I am absolutely enjoying this too much. It's on Twin Rover.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was on fucking Rova. I didn't have the boss key. If I remember correctly, I didn't even have the boss key when I went into Spirit, so I couldn't do Dream.
Yeah, it's in the sunroom.
Oh, the torch. So if I did bow crap, yeah. I'm like, okay, it has to be Strength 2 lock. And when I got letter and magic over in the Strength 2 lock room, I was like, oh god, like okay, this is my ticket. It's like magic and Rudo's letter. I
Yeah,
can go
we
to
thought
Jabu
so too.
and I forgot Jabu was Baron, and I already did Ice Cavern. I couldn't tell what the hell that was at the bottom of icy water. I'm like, oh my god, is that a magic meter?
I mean,
It
we
looked
did
like in a
wonder
regular
that.
shape.
Yeah, it didn't. It looked flat. I have no idea what it was still.
It was a Hylian shield. I went back and checked.
Okay.
It's not something you often see down there, so it really threw me for a loop. I'm like, it didn't look like a strength upgrade, but it looked kind of like a rupee, but it definitely wasn't a rupee because I know what rupees look like. And like it was shiny, so like I don't think it was magic because magics don't look shiny from down there. I don't know. VC eyes, don't play on VC. Play on emulator and turn the graphics settings up to max.
That's fair. There's a lot of picking now in Rondo.
Yeah.
We'll have tons of trouble checking. Even the stuff in the chest inside GTG are sometimes hard to pick with the quality of the restream.
Yeah. I just stopped.
Oh.
I don't rely on my eyes anymore. I've been burned by that one chest in the maze all the way in the back like 5 times. Like actually 5 separate times. So
Well,
I just stopped.
I can say this for myself. This week's seed was less bullshit than last week, but I'm not sure how much.
I mean, I like last week's more. To be honest.
Okay. So we're actually seeing chickens for the first time, and if Dins is here, I'm going to laugh so hard. Because that would be such bait. But also, a question from chat. Sponge, did you actually check where adult spawn was?
No, I haven't saved warp at all.
It's adult fishing.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's alright. I said as soon as I was like talking while I was playing, I'm like, I haven't checked my adult save warp. I've walked in a lake before going to adult CAC. We're embracing the chaos this seed.
Yeah. We first saw light arrows at 45 minutes in because it just took that long for people to get to Kakariko. So,
Yeah.
So this is a question for all of the runners. Did you guys have any questions you wanted to ask each other? I mean, if not, you are free to go and do the rest of the bits of your day.
Okay, Fabio seems to be forfeiting as well. He's done chickens and decided, no, not for me, I'm out.
Okay, so are we likely to get Fabio in here for interview? I know that he has a few times, but his internet can be a little shaky.
God, where the hell is this Dins?
I have no idea. It must be like in water or deep fire or something.
It's not in water.
That's a good point. Yes, you checked all of water.
Yes, I did.
By the way,
so baited at those 2 big chests. I'm like, yo, am I about to fucking 10 brain this seed?
it could be in Ganon's. Also Sponge. So that logic chain with seeds. Why are beans required?
Oh, the beans in lake?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying we had a logic chain that involved beans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I called that as soon as I got the scale in Goron City. I called that immediately. So I'm like, all right, yeah, this is a easy game. Go get your shit. You could have completely avoided that if you did DC with shoes and strength. You get your hook shot. As long as you go to Child Lake and you're Child 1, you can just go to Lake. You don't have to get any beans at all.
Yeah, fair.
So, Unfortunately, no hard required bean today.
Yeah, those chews were huge.
Yeah, dude, you spawn, you just say, hey, I'm already in here, let's get the Keaton mask, and then you read there's 20 bomb chews on fucking Skull Mask. I'm like, fuck everything, I'm making a hard left.
Yeah, early on into the seed for a while, everyone else was doing something else. Sponge was hard rushing into choose, going everything else. Fuck everything else. Just get the choose as soon as possible.
Okay, I thought it was a good play, and then there's just bomb bags
I think
everywhere.
it was. But it didn't make up for the lack of for not fighting Volvagia, not Volvagia out.
Twin Rover.
So was I like a...
You were ahead until you skipped Twin Rover, yeah.
Yes,
Even
basically.
with Ice Cavern?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you were
Yo, let's
slaughtering
go.
us, apparently.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, what are you gonna do? I couldn't kill Twin Rover even if I wanted to. I mean, I could have done bow crap, but why am I gonna do fucking bow crap?
There was
I'm a GTG.
there was a time when all of you, Fabio and Osuna, were in Spirit Temple within 2 minutes of each other. But then only Jimbo defeated Twin Rover, so he pulled ahead for a while.
Hello.
Yeah, of course.
And GG, Fabio.
GG.
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 You can probably
Okay.
work out from context where the hammer was, can't you?
Yeah.
It was on Twin Rover.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I decided not to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably a smart decision, but the wrong decision.
Yeah. I was
Have
this
you-
close to do it, but I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad choice. Like, there are so many things in Randomizer where it's like, yeah, there are all of these choices. There are no bad choices. It doesn't happen to be the correct one.
Yeah.
By the way, has anyone found a second? Well, I guess we found letter, but we were thinking that maybe that bottle was the logical path for a while, because we had no idea what was happening with the Goron City hint. It couldn't be the shirt because we had also the wallet accessible. The shirt in Deku 3. There was a bunch of really kind of useless items that give you just one or two checks. It took a while for us to figure out that the scale was the path.
I actually thought scale was path because I misidentified the bottle in Lake as Rudo's letter. So
Rudo's letter.
that's, yeah,
Mm.
that's why I H changed so fast again in the beginning, because I thought I was gonna route in Jabu with the rank, because I thought I was getting letter, but nope, empty bottle. Completely threw me off.
Oh, I thought that was letter 2 when I first saw it, but I had the scale, so I just picked it up. Oh no, that's bottle. Guess I'm doing Ice Cavern.
Yeah, I think I peeked it first, and then I had to go back, which was kind of not.
Oh, by the way, Sponge, you did finish Ice Carbon first.
Yep, that's the plan. Quick question for y'all. Do you guys remember how to do that clip in the back of Shadow Temple to get through the firewalls without dins?
You got to read it to scream at you,
Scream
right?
at you. Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Because there's 2 big chests in here.
So yes, for reference,
Oh, right.
Sponge decided to do
Ooh.
Fire Arrow entry just to see what was in Shadow. So he's going exploring. We have no idea where Dins is.
Well, we know it can't be Dins, right?
Yeah, we know it can't be
Yeah.
Dins. So, did you have anything you wanted to say about the seed, Fabio?
Not much. I kind of don't like too much these kind of seeds. Like, where people finish so fast. Like, but you know, it is what it is.
Yep, I mean, fair. In which case, does anyone have anything else to say, or do we want to just see if Sponge can get past this wall and see what's in the chests?
Gold Scale and Neighbor's Love.
Oof.
So
Oof.
Gold Scale's back here.
Well, that definitely wasn't the redead thing then. Okay. In which case, if no one else has anything else they want to say apart from GG's, thank you so much for everybody running. It was excellent to watch all of you.
Thank you for the restream.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
As always.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yep.
I hope it was entertaining,
Thanks.
at least.
Oh, it was definitely entertaining. It was great to watch you all. And we'll do a shout out in chat for the runners, the trackers, and the commentators. And then I believe we will hand back to the restreamer to do the outro.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us here. Thanks for commentators and trackers for this one. That helped a lot. Also, thanks for the runners for doing this, especially to Sponge for maiming on the restream. Yeah. So yeah, doing Ice Cavern twice. Yeah. So yeah, thanks everyone. I believe we have some other races today on the restream. There's the OOTR Standard Tournament Season 5 winner bracket between What the Hell Happened and Cariosa. That is in, I believe, 4 hours right now? Something like this. It will be on ZSR main.
3 hours.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 hours.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's also if we have enough volunteers, the Wind Waker Randomizer bi-weekly fun race. It will probably be on ZSR2 or ZSR3. Depends if we do the Minish Cap Randomizer weekly race. So yeah, definitely check out one of these. And thanks everyone. And see you later.
See you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye
Have a good one,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.